I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Turner, but by looking at these scans, you'll probably go completely blind within the next 6 months, said the doctor. 6 months, I screamed. My wife's face dropped, and neither of us could believe what we were hearing. I mean, a few minutes earlier, my wife had walked into the clinic expecting, as usual, to get nothing more than a higher prescription. But instead, in just a few short months, she was now facing the prospect of living the rest of her life in complete darkness, no longer being able to see the smiles on her children's faces, no longer being able to do the simple things like reading a book, watching her favorite TV shows, driving a car, or even seeing her own face in the mirror. Her entire world was about to be plunged into a never-ending darkness. So as the realization set in, Lindsay looked at me and just broke down in tears. And I felt ashamed because it was too late to do anything now. Angry because I believed the optometrist and the eye care experts who kept telling us that everything was fine and all she needed was stronger glasses. All I wanted to do was find a way out, but I couldn't. I just felt helpless. In a few months, my wife would be blind, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. So, why am I sharing this story with you today? Well, because receiving this devastating news marked the beginning of a life-changing journey. A journey that would save my wife's vision and would help me uncover what I believe to be the #1 cause of vision loss. Hidden from you your entire life by what I honestly believe to be a corrupt and dishonest optometry industry, whose entire business model relies on your eyes continually getting worse. Now, despite what you've been told, your deteriorating vision has nothing to do with computer use, close reading, genetics, or even the aging process. But instead, it's all down to 2 little-known nutrients produced by your own body, which are being ruthlessly killed off in every visually impaired person on Earth. Fortunately, you can prevent all this from happening to you too, just by simply using a powerful 2-minute eye ritual, known only to a small Aboriginal tribe army unit stationed deep in the Australian outback. It's a discovery that not only saved my wife from certain blindness, but it has also improved her eyesight to nearly 20/20 perfection in just a few short weeks, enabling her to enjoy a level of clarity and sharpness she hasn't experienced since she was a child. Backed by countless peer-reviewed medical studies from around the world, the clinically proven and highly controversial vision-restoring secret that I'm about to reveal, it's been shown over and over to fully repair and regenerate dying cells in the retina and the macula, and in doing so, fight the world's most common causes of vision loss and blindness, such as macular degeneration, glaucoma, cataracts, astigmatism, corneal visual impairment, and even near and farsightedness. In fact, whatever your current situation is, even before the end of this short presentation, you're going to know exactly what you need to do to effortlessly treat years of deteriorating vision and finally start seeing everything the world has to offer in all its crystal clear glory once again. But before I reveal any more, it's absolutely crucial that you keep watching until the very end, because I honestly don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep this presentation online. I truly believe that the $36 billion eye care industry is trying every trick in the book to shut me down and keep you in the dark. Because as you will immediately see, what I'm about to reveal is set to possibly destroy their corrupt and dishonest business model overnight. So listen up, because time is running out. If you've noticed that your eyesight keeps getting worse and you don't know why, if you're concerned about whether the deterioration will ever stop, and you would like to put the brakes on before you lose your eyesight completely and become a burden to your family, if you ever get embarrassed or frustrated at your inability to read or see things properly, if you like the idea of saving thousands of dollars on future eye care costs, And if you're experiencing blurry vision, blind spots, floaters, specks, or any kind of issue with your vision that just simply shouldn't be there, and if you want a scientifically proven way to correct your failing eyesight and achieve an amazing 20/20 vision starting today, then I beg you, stay right where you are for just a couple more minutes and listen to every single word of this presentation. Because I promise you this, no matter what you have been told so far or what you've been falsely led to believe, you can incredibly improve your eyesight and completely rejuvenate your eyes with the help of a completely new method that takes only 30 seconds of your time. Yes, it really is that easy. Now, in the next few minutes, I'm not only going to reveal this simple Outback-inspired vision improvement ritual, but I will also share with you a deeply personal and emotional story, which led me to this discovery, which, as I speak, has already transformed the vision and lives of tens of thousands of people across the world. But of course, I don't want you to simply take my word for it. Instead, take a look at what Carrie had to say after implementing this secret. Hi, my name is Carrie McKinney, and I live in Craddockville, Virginia. I'm 62 years old, and I've worn glasses since I was 11. I must have spent thousands of dollars on glasses and contact lenses during my life. I was skeptical about this, but I gave a shot, and I am so glad I did. I've been absolutely stunned at the speed that this has worked. This protocol hasn't just given me back my sight, it's given me back my life, and I will be eternally grateful for that. And here's what James Goddard from Houston, Texas has to say. This stuff really works. My high eye pressure dropped to a minimum, and I no longer have to take lubricant for my eyes. But most importantly, my night vision has improved beyond belief. At this rate, I'll say good riddance to my glasses after more than 20 years of failed treatments and prescriptions from all kinds of so-called specialists. Thank you so much for this, and God bless you. Okay, in just a few minutes from now, I'm going to reveal what is, in my opinion, the real hidden cause of your vision loss and show you the scientific evidence that proves beyond all doubt that any deterioration in your vision can not only be stopped, but actually 100% treated starting today. Hello, my name is Jake Turner, and I'm a retired medical sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. I've spent my entire adult life in battle, and my experience of combat is actually good news for you. Because although you don't know it, your entire life has been spent waging an uphill battle against a hidden enemy. This enemy, which I'll expose today, has been destroying your vision from the inside out. And unfortunately, you're still losing. Now, fortunately for you, a really bizarre chain of events handed me the weapon I needed to defeat this invisible vision killer for good and save my wife's eyesight. And I can guarantee it will do the same for you too. So, how did I do it? Well, let me tell you a story which begins almost 2 years ago. Back then, what I knew about eye health, you could pretty much fit on a postage stamp. I mean, after all, I never needed glasses myself, but my poor wife has. She's worn glasses and contact lenses for years, and despite the fact that her vision kept getting worse, she wasn't worried. Until one sunny day in June when all of a sudden, everything changed. It was the evening of our youngest daughter, Jasmine's ballet recital. Lindsay, my wife, had been complaining about seeing black spots or floaters in her eye for a while, but she had just put it down to stress. You know how it is. We're always too busy and tend to ignore the warning signs. Anyway, the night of the recital, Lindsay seemed to be constantly rubbing her eyes, and when our daughter hopped onto the stage, I turned to my wife and said, full of pride, "She's amazing, isn't she?" But Lindsay wasn't smiling. In fact, she looked terrified, turned to me and said, "I can't see her, Jake. I can't see anything." I couldn't believe it. A moment ago, she was perfectly fine, and now she could barely see a thing, apparently, as she told me. Her central vision was being covered now by a huge black blurry cloud, which was blocking everything from view, including our daughter. So the next day, we booked her in for an emergency appointment at an eye doctor, who gave us the devastating news. My wife was going blind. And as it turned out, she was suffering from severe accelerated macular degeneration. The doctor explained to us that the macula is the small area in the center of the retina. It's also the part of the eye that controls central vision. So if the macula deteriorates, you literally can't see anything in front of you. This means you can't read anymore, watch TV, drive a car, recognize your loved ones' faces, or do pretty much anything at all. And in Lindsay's case, the macula in both of her eyes was getting worse by the hour. The doctor told us that usually the macula gets worse as years go by, and the warning signs are so common, such as headaches, dry eyes, floaters, difficulty to focus while watching TV or reading. But people tend to ignore them in 90% of the cases, until it gets too late. This is what Lindsay did, and now her eye cells were literally dying as we spoke. Now, if you think that this won't happen to you, think again. According to a recently censored study carried out by the Wilmer Eye Institute, the number of blind people in the US alone is projected to increase by a massive 70% this year alone. And the reason for this sudden increase is down to a shocking new discovery regarding the real cause of vision loss, which I'll be revealing in just a moment. So with my wife running fast out of time, I desperately began looking for a fast solution that would fight off and treat her vision loss, or at least put the brakes on. I didn't want for my wife to go blind. How could she take care of herself anymore? Also, what if I'd go completely blind too? Who would take care of us then? I had so many questions and so little answers, but I had to go on. Eventually, an old friend put me in touch with a Christian ophthalmologist expert, which is a medical doctor specializing in the anatomy and physiology of the eye. And that's when I discovered another startling truth. Peter, as I'll call him because he asked to remain anonymous, had a real dislike of the optometry industry. And it was because, in his own words, the whole industry was a giant and deliberate fraud, which makes billions every year, not by helping to improve vision, but by actively making it worse. As Peter explained, from the moment you notice a problem with your vision, you're encouraged to see an optometrist, who then recommends that you start wearing glasses to correct your vision. Sounds familiar, right? But the big problem here is that from this moment on, your vision is destined to only get worse, not better. Because your eyes become trapped in a vicious cycle that you can never escape from. After all, when was the last time you went in for an eye test and your optometrist lowered your prescription? It never happened, right? Because your eyes will only ever get weaker and less effective by wearing corrective lenses, like glasses or contacts. Think about it for a second. What happens when you break your leg and you use crutches? The muscles in your legs waste away because you're not using them, right? Well, the eyes are exactly the same. Corrective lenses are not a solution, they're just a crutch. All they do is treat the symptoms. They never attempt to get the root cause of the problem and actually make your eyesight better, because that would destroy their business model. But despite this immoral practice, don't get me wrong, corrective lenses are by no means the main cause of your vision loss, not by a long shot, as you will see in just a second. I'm going to reveal the number one culprit for your continuous vision decline, but also a simple way to improve your vision to 20/20 clarity sooner than you may think. But before I reveal any more, I want to quickly return to Lindsay's story, and you'll understand why in just a minute. So after speaking to Peter, it was now clear to me that glasses or contact lenses weren't the solution, and they never were. Plus, with Lindsay's vision so far gone, they were no longer an option anyway. We needed something more radical. And that's when I started looking into the surgical option, or LASIK. I'd always thought surgery was a proven or safe option. But after delving into it, I discovered that it's anything but. According to the latest figures, hundreds of thousands of people have reported complications from this surgery. And many lives have been ruined with dozens of surgical procedures gone horribly wrong, scarring people for life. Also, we could barely afford the $5,000 this type of surgery would cost us. There just had to be a better way. By now, a few days had gone by and I was no nearer to finding a solution, and Lindsay was seriously struggling to see. She hated the fact that she was losing her independence, and she was scared about the future. She was terrified about the prospect of not being able to see her children, or even see her own face in the mirror. She talked about moving into an assisted living care home because she didn't want to be a burden to me or the kids. And as the days went by, Lindsay became more and more depressed. And that's when I discovered something that chilled me to the bone. In one of the drawers, I stumbled on something which looked like a draft of her testament. I couldn't believe what I was reading. If you read this, it means that I've gone completely blind. I had no idea Lindsay was feeling that low, and my eyes filled with tears. I was desperate to help her, but I didn't know how. The future looked bleak. But that very night, I received a phone call that would change everything. I've always believed in God, and I prayed to him practically every night for weeks, asking him to help Lindsay. And I firmly believe that what happened next is proof that he was listening. The call came from my staff sergeant, who told me that I was to join a team of U.S. Marines on a joint training exercise in the Australian outback. It was designed to improve surveillance techniques, and we were to work alongside Australia's Northwest Mobile Force. If you don't know this yet, this is a specialist surveillance team made up of reservists from the ancient Koori Aboriginal tribe who patrol the outback in search of drug smugglers, traffickers, or illegal foreign fishing vessels. And with Lindsay's condition, the timing could not have been worse. Or so I thought. But unable to do anything about it, I set off for Australia, leaving my mother-in-law and brother in charge of Lindsay's safety. I hated leaving her, but as it turned out, the unexpected turn of events would provide the answers to my prayers, and in the strangest of ways. You see, on the third day of the training exercise, 9 Marines, including myself, were teamed with a Koori soldier named Djemba. He was teaching us some old Koori surveillance techniques when he suddenly stopped dead in his tracks. "See that?" he said, looking towards the water. "See what?" None of us could see a thing. "It's a vessel," he replied. I grabbed my binoculars, and there it was, a small boat way off in the distance. I could barely see it even with the binoculars in front of my eyes, and I couldn't understand how the heck Djemba had seen it. It was like spotting a grain of rice in the middle of a farmer's field. He radioed his unit, and within minutes, the boat, which was full of around 17,000 pounds of drugs, was intercepted. This was the biggest drug bust ever recorded, indeed. But of course, I didn't care about the drugs. All I cared about was how Djemba had seen the vessel from so far away, when not a single U.S. Marine could. Even though all of us had 20/20 vision. That's when I got the breakthrough that I'd been praying for. After quizzing Djemba about it, I discovered, to my amazement, that the eyesight of the Koori people in the outback Australia is up to 4 times better than ours. And this ability has become known as supersight. According to Professor Hugh Taylor from the University of Melbourne's Indigenous Eye Health Unit, the vision of the Koori people is almost 400% better than anybody else in the world. The question was why? I was desperate to know if it was genetic or maybe something else. So that night, I took Djemba to one side and I told him about my poor wife's condition, who by now was almost completely blind. If you know anything that can help her, please tell me, I begged. Djemba smiled, patted me on the shoulder, and told me to wait a bit. And a few minutes later, he returned with a notepad and a pencil and began to scribble down what looked like a recipe, complete with a list of strange foods, most of which I had never even heard of. He then told me that the Koori's supersight is all down to the land that they live on, and that the recipe he gave me has been in his family for generations. But he couldn't keep it secret, knowing that somebody could have gone completely blind. Tell her to eat these foods and your wife will recover, he said. The minute I returned back home to the States, I began researching the ingredients in Djemba's recipe. The first was something that was called warrigal spinach. What the heck was that? I was thinking. But according to countless studies, any type of spinach, including the warrigal variety that the Aborigines are brought up on, contains two very special nutrients that have been clinically proven to produce dramatic and long-lasting improvements in eye health, reduce the risk of vision loss, and even successfully treat it as if by magic. Those two nutrients are called lutein and zeaxanthin, and they can easily be found in spinach, kale, oat, and a variety of other foods. Honestly, I'd never heard of these strange nutrients in my life, so I looked into them some more, and what I found was shocking. There were trials upon trials, including the famous age-related eye disease study, or ARIDS, which is the gold standard study into vision loss carried out by the National Eye Institute. It proved beyond any doubt that lutein and zeaxanthin are absolutely essential to vision. In fact, they're the two most important nutrients to eat because they're exactly what our eyes need to ward off vision problems like macular degeneration, cataracts, glaucoma, and even near and farsightedness. Another study of the elderly Finnish population, published in the British Journal of Nutrition, reported that high concentrations of lutein and zeaxanthin reduce the risk of age-related cataracts by a massive 71%. And that's great news considering age-related cataracts are one of the leading causes of visual impairment just in the United States, with the number of Americans likely to be affected set to increase to an estimated 45 million by next year. So how do these nutrients work? Well, this is where things get really interesting. Breakthrough studies into vision loss, including those carried out by the University of Kentucky and the University of Florida, have finally uncovered the real cause of vision loss. And it's not what you think. Apparently, from the day you're born, the retina and the macula in your eyes are under constant attack from harmful blue and ultraviolet light. This creates something called oxidative stress, which literally destroys the DNA in your cells. But here's the thing. Within the macula is the macular pigment. Its very important job is to filter out or kill off these free radicals, and thus to prevent any damage to the macula itself, the retina, lens, cornea, and optic nerve. What's really interesting is that this macular pigment is made up of primarily two crucial antioxidants. And guess what they are? Lutein and zeaxanthin. That's right. These good guys have always been there in your eyes. And their purpose is to get rid of the toxic free radicals that build up in your eyes, attack the DNA cells, and destroy your vision from the inside. In short, your eyes need lutein and zeaxanthin like your lungs need oxygen. Your eyes simply can't function without them. But the bad news is that the human body cannot produce lutein or zeaxanthin on its own. The only way to get either of them is through food. The problem is, according to the ARID study, most Americans only get around 10% of the lutein and zeaxanthin they need. That means you don't have anywhere near enough of these nutrients in your macula to maintain your eyesight in good health. And because the standard American diet is so short in these two eyesight protectors, your levels have actually been dwindling since childhood. You see, this is the real cause of your vision loss. It's not close reading or computer or phone use. It's not genetics. It's not the aging process. It's free radical damage. Your vision has been continually deteriorating because for decades, toxic free radicals have been left to wreak havoc on your macula, retina, lens, cornea, and even your optic nerve. But don't go out and gorge on spinach just yet, because that's not even half the story, and not enough on its own to win the war against free radical damage that would give you back that crystal clear vision of your childhood. You see, second on Djemba's list of vision improvement ingredients was shellfish, which the Corey tribe members eat in abundance. And as I discovered, the food contains something equally as beneficial to eye health, a primary building block of the retina called DHA. And DHA has been proven to improve eyesight and dramatically reduce the risk of macular degeneration. According to a recent study that took place at the Center for Eye Research at the University of Melbourne in Australia, high dietary intake of this nutrient was associated with a massive 38% reduction in the risk of advanced macular degeneration. And there was more. The recipe included kangaroo meat, a staple in the Corey tribe diet for centuries. And after researching this, I discovered a 7-year clinical study which revealed that out of 5,400 patients, those who received a combination of the 3 specific vitamins found in kangaroo meat had an average 34% lower risk of contracting any form of AMD than those who received the placebo. And it didn't stop there. Djemba's recipe included a range of Aboriginal Corey fruits, vegetables, herbs, berries, seeds, other completely natural ingredients, including the quandong fruit, kakadu plums, bush tomatoes, and pigweed seeds. After researching that entire list, I discovered that together the recipe contained a group of essential antioxidants, which were clinically proven to improve eyesight, treat vision loss, and protect against devastating eye disease like macular degeneration, cataracts, and even near and farsightedness. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Djemba handed me a golden recipe of natural ingredients that had been scientifically proven to treat vision loss. Yet not a single optometrist had ever told my wife anything about them. All they wanted to do was keep selling expensive glasses and contact lenses. Well, I was now more determined than ever to not only improve Lindsay's vision, but also to help millions of others too, so no one would ever need to wear glasses again. But there was a problem. Although finding spinach wasn't difficult, once I got home, locating high-quality kangaroo meat, quandong fruit, kakadu plums, bush tomatoes, and pigweed seeds, it was almost impossible. Naturally, most of them could only be found in the Australian outback, and there was no way I could get these foods shipped every other week. The cost would just be enormous. I needed a plan B, so I reasoned that if I could take Djemba's original recipe, break it down, and then uncover some local foods which contain the same antioxidants in the exact same amount, while applying modern science and technology to the new formulation, I would then be able to create a recipe even more powerful than Djemba's and give Lindsay a real shot at restoring her vision. But of course, without any medical training or experience, I needed help. And I got it in the form of Adam Bennett. He's a good friend of mine and a dedicated independent medical researcher with over 26 years of experience. And as it turned out, Adam had a personal interest in what I was doing. His own mother had advanced macular degeneration and could barely see anymore. And he too was looking for a real treatment that could save her sight. Adam was as generous as he could be, but it still took all of my savings and a series of loans from kind-hearted friends and family so we could fund more than 5 months of painstaking research of different formulas which were continually tested and trialed on mice. But eventually, after all this work, we developed our own protocol containing the exact same nutrients and vitamins found in Djemba's ancient Aboriginal recipe. In fact, thanks to Adam Bennett's knowledge, the final recipe we created was up to 3 times more powerful than the one used by the Aboriginal Koori tribe. Nothing like this had ever been attempted before in the history of eye care, and I literally couldn't wait to get started. We just needed one willing patient to put the protocol to the test. And, of course, that patient was Lindsay. The next morning, I visited our local grocery store to pick up all the ingredients that we needed. I also bought an eye chart for the kitchen with the exact same size and lettering as the one used by Lindsay's eye doctor. I then attached it to the wall about 20 feet from the kitchen table so we could test an improvement in her vision each morning. After the first days of following the recipe, there was little change. Lindsay was still unable to make out even the top letter on the chart, and I was starting to doubt all the research I had uncovered. But Adam had warned us that changes might not be noticeable right away, and that it would take time to break down the buildup of toxic free radicals that had taken root like a virus in Lindsay's eyes. But then, not long after this, something remarkable happened. As we sat eating breakfast, Lindsay suddenly looked at me across the table and said, "It's an E." She was talking about the eye chart that was on the kitchen wall, which now, for the first time, she could actually read. It was a true miracle. From that moment on, the improvement in her vision was beyond anything I could have ever imagined. Each morning, her vision was becoming clearer, sharper, and less cloudy. She stopped bumping into things, and she could actually make out small objects like lamps and picture frames from across the room. And the black spots, the floaters in her vision, began to disappear. With every day that passed, her mood and outlook on life began to change for the better. Instead of being constantly depressed, she was now finally happy and excited. But the best was yet to come. Sooner than we thought, Lindsay was finally able to read the tiny line at the bottom of the eye chart from 20 feet away, which I could barely see myself. This is the line that optometrists use to judge 20/20 vision, and she could read it with absolutely no difficulty. Neither of us could believe it. After being told to prepare to spend the rest of her life blind, Lindsay now had perfect vision. This miracle was the work of God, and as a good Christian, I couldn't just keep this to ourselves. I wanted to let everybody know about this powerful recipe, but Adam warned me that one person wasn't proof that the formula worked, and he was right. It may have worked for Lindsay, but would it work for everyone? I had to know for sure, so I came up with a plan. I decided to post adverts online and in local newspapers, asking for volunteers who might be willing to put our vision protocol to the test. Well, after a couple of days, we had 127 people suffering from varying degrees of vision loss, desperate to take part in the trial. The results were even more spectacular than we've dreamed. Without exception, in just a few short weeks, all 127 volunteers reported dramatic improvements in their vision, and 99% of participants achieved 20/20 vision. I began to receive hundreds of emails and phone calls from not only right across America, but from England, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada as well, from people who wanted to thank me and to share their incredible success stories. It was then when we realized that we had actually done it. We had developed a natural, clinically proven treatment designed to treat even the worst cases of visual impairment, and that would also protect against devastating eye diseases and even blindness. At that moment, I knew we couldn't keep the protocol under wraps any longer, and I haven't. After seeing the effect that vision loss had on my own wife, I've made it my mission to ensure that no one else has to suffer like she did. Of course, in a perfect world, anyone, including you, would be able to supply your body with all the vision-restoring herbs and miracle nutrients every day. But what I found by feedback from everyone who tried to do so is that it was always almost impossible to get the exact, specific, and natural vision-improving ingredients from the sources I recommended. And that's because of 3 reasons. First of all, the sources I listed only had a limited supply, and since this worked so well, these companies quickly ran out of stock. So customers were left frustrated. Secondly, these ingredients are difficult to manufacture because they are new to the market. So when they did run out of stock, it took months to create another batch. Also, because of the high demand, these sources started price gouging, charging an arm and a leg for something that should be affordable for folks like you who need them. I knew even though I discovered the secret to finally restore crystal clear vision, I was letting everyone down. I felt like a failure for not giving everybody a place to get the essential ingredients. So I decided to find a better, faster, and more effective solution. It took me over 6 months to find the best manufacturers in the industry, traveling the world looking for the highest quality, most cleansing ingredients, ones that are guaranteed to bypass the digestive system and go straight to where the free radicals were damaging the eyes, effectively rebuilding the macula and restoring crystal clear vision. When I got my first batch, I tested it 4 times with top independent laboratories. The results I got back proved it was twice as powerful than I was hoping for, and many times more powerful than anything on the market. I took this vision supplement and started giving it to those who needed it, and their vision improved so quickly, I didn't even think it was possible. Finally, I could say that I've created a clinically proven and all-natural protocol that will allow anyone to achieve crystal clear 20/20 supersight in the shortest amount of time possible, with no corrective lenses, no dangerous surgery, and no ridiculous eye exercises. And I've called it Vista Clear, the incredible done-for-you solution that cleanses and nourishes your eyes to radically improve your vision. Instead of treating the symptoms of vision loss like the optometry industry has been doing for centuries, this unique and groundbreaking natural solution treats what I believe is actually the root cause of poor eyesight: free radical damage to the eye. The way it does this is by feeding your eyes the crucial antioxidants needed to destroy the vision-damaging free radicals, and thus improve your vision to crystal clear levels in the shortest amount of time possible. This completely natural protocol has already transformed the eyesight and lives of 51,297 people, and it will achieve the same spectacular results for you too. I'm 100% sure of this, but of course, you don't have to take it from me. So please let me share some of the thousands of Vista Clear success stories. Kevin Ramos, 57, wrote us to say, "Getting Vista Clear was honestly the best purchase I've ever made. It helped clear out the toxins in my eyes, and now I see with perfect 20/20 vision. I can't thank you enough." Or Marie Benson, who says, "Vista Clear just makes my life so much easier. I swear to God, I would have never achieved 20/20 vision without it. Don't even think twice about this. Just get Vista Clear, because when you do, you'll see perfect faster. It's that simple." And Robert Bynum, who says, "I wasn't sure if I really needed Vista Clear at first, but let me tell you, After using this, I can tell you it's absolutely essential. My vision started improving as soon as I started taking it. Yesterday, I just got a note from my optometrist confirming that I no longer need glasses. I don't need any more proof than that to say this really works. Those are just a few of the thousands of folks who rave about Vista Clear. Their lives were completely changed, and now we're like family. Okay, so you may be wondering what your experience with Vista Clear will be like. And how does it work? You see, when I decided to jump headfirst and create this done-for-you vision remedy, I made a vow that it had to meet 3 very important goals. First, the quality of the ingredients had to be world-class, better than anything you could get on your own. Second, it had to be easy to take, only a few seconds every morning with a couple of sips of water. And third, it had to be 90% less expensive than buying the ingredients on your own. Vista Clear cleanses and nourishes your eyes with ingredients proven to radically improve vision by the National Eye Institute, in the exact dose needed to improve your vision almost impossibly fast. That's why Vista Clear is packed with powerful cleansing and eye health supporting ingredients like Bacopa monnieri from Australia, which many scientists consider to be a wonder vision superfood and nootropic. You may know that nootropics help fire up brain power. However, some nootropics like Bacopa have a little known bonus benefit. They also help to improve vision. According to an MIT recent study, 50% of the brain devotes itself to vision. And Bacopa is not just about boosting your brain's health, but it can also help you speed up your visual information processing and allow you to see the larger picture more clearly. Moreover, Bacopa has important antioxidant properties, which help the eyes stave off free radical activity. As a result, your eyes will be better protected from macular degeneration. We've also added a perfect amount of essential antioxidants coming only from trusted natural sources such as chamomile, lemon balm, skullcap, hawthorn, and St. John's wort, which play an absolutely important role in improving eyesight and protecting against devastating eye diseases like macular degeneration, cataracts, and even near and farsightedness. Next, we have oat straw, another essential antioxidant, which offers numerous health benefits such as reduced inflammation and improved brain function and mood. Through its soothing nature, oat straw also offers relief from eye strain, tension headaches, and sleepless nights. Ashwagandha is another super ingredient we've used, as it supports the good health of the 10 billion neurons present in the eyes, which help you with your night vision, color perception, near and faraway focus, and so on. Rhodiola, a strong adaptogen, which helps the body, including the eyes, adapt to and resist physical, chemical, and environmental stress. But plants are not the only ingredients you can find in Vista Clear. We've added calcium, which is good not only for your bones, but also for your eyes. And it also plays a very important role in preventing advanced macular degeneration. Next, we have magnesium. And if you feel sand in your eyes or your eyes are twitching, then most likely you are magnesium deficient. Magnesium levels drop at night, leading to poor sleep cycles. The formula also contains potassium, which is great for dry eyes, as it protects the thin layer of tears that cover the exposed cornea. Vista Clear also is packed with lutein, which is an essential ingredient because it fortifies your eyes and strengthens the lenses and retina of your eyes. Thanks to lutein, you will also be protected 24/7 from the eye damage caused by sunlight, cigarettes, smoke, and air pollution. Plus, lutein has been shown to effectively combat macular degeneration and the development of cataracts. Zinc is another extremely important mineral present in Vista Clear that keeps your eyes in good working condition. And because it is hard to get naturally in your diet, you may be one of the 40% of Americans who are suffering from zinc deficiency. But don't worry, Vista Clear has the perfect amount of zinc to keep our vision strong and protect your eyes from the damaging blue light coming from your phone and computer screens. Vista Clear also contains a powerful vitamin B complex to support the optic nerve and strengthen the signal that travels from your eye to your brain. And because we wanted to make Vista Clear the ultimate vision supplement out there, we've added even more nutrient-dense natural herbs and extracts good for your eyes, such as valerian, passion flower, magnolia, and L-theanine, which have amazing eye-soothing effects, ease your insomnia and anxiety. But most importantly, these herbs help lower eye blood pressure, which reduces the likelihood of blood sugar spikes that could damage the retina over time. Speaking of blood sugar spikes, we've also added biotin, or vitamin H, which is especially good for your eyes if you suffer from type 2 diabetes, because it significantly lowers the risk of diabetic retinopathy. Vista Clear also contains the rare mucuna pruriens, also known as velvet bean, which improves eye blood flow and can prevent blood from stagnating under your eyes and creating those dark shadows that are difficult to conceal and make you look fatigued and exhausted. And last but not least, we've added Griffonia symplicophilia, which, besides the fact that it is very good for inflamed eyes, it has been effective in treating a wide range of conditions like depression, fibromyalgia, obesity, insomnia, and even chronic headache. How amazing is that? In total, Vista Clear is conveniently packed with over 26 essential antioxidants, rare cleansing herbs, powerful specific eye vitamins, and grade A nutrients to help you improve your vision faster. Vista Clear is also 100% free of toxic additives and made right here in the USA. Just start using it and you'll be shocked at how quickly your vision improves. How the world becomes just a little bit sharper every day without any work on your part at all. All you have to do is take Vista Clear once a day and witness the results. It could not be any simpler. The next question you're probably asking is this: how much is Vista Clear and how can I get it? Well, it's a good question, but let me ask you this. How much is your eyesight really worth to you? $10,000? $5,000? Can you really put a price tag on your vision and on a natural solution guaranteed to improve, protect, and maintain it for the rest of your life? Whatever figure you have in mind, you know as well as I do that taking action today and investing in the future health and longevity of your eyesight will be one of the best investments you could ever make. By doing nothing, on the other hand, you'll inevitably be forced to spend hundreds and possibly even thousands of dollars over the course of your lifetime on eye tests, new prescriptions, a new set of glasses every few years, and contact lenses, plus all the equipment that comes with them. So let me ask you again, how much would you pay to get back your 20/20 vision? How much is it worth to finally free yourself from the disease and do it in as little time as possible from now? Well, let me tell you that Professor Bennett has recommended that Vista Clear be priced at an absolute minimum of $997. And many of our 51,000 customers have already made it clear that they would have happily paid triple that after literally seeing the amazing results for themselves. But I'm not going to charge you anything like that kind of money, and there are 3 reasons why. First, I've made it my mission to share this incredible vision solution to as many people who need it as possible. And there is no way I'll ever be able to do that if I price the majority of people out. Secondly, the last thing on my mind when I embarked on this journey was making money, and that's certainly not my motivation now. And thirdly, I made a promise to my wife that nobody will ever again have to go through the nightmare that she went through and risk going blind. So here's the deal. You're not going to have to pay $997 today, or $497, or even $300 for that matter. However, because this is the first day on your journey, seeing the world with a strong, clear vision, I want to make it so that adding a supply of Vista Clear to your order is a super easy yes for you. That's why on this special website, and today only, you get exclusive access to the powerful Vista Clear unique solution at the largest discount I will ever be able to offer, simply by choosing your money-saving package below. And here's the best part. You can really step up your savings big time when you choose to take advantage of our most popular 3-bottle discount package or our 6-bottle ultimate discount package, both of which will save you a ton of money on top of today's already special pricing. Remember, this is a severely discounted one-time offer that you will not have access to again once you leave this page. Therefore, in order to avoid future disappointment or price increases, be sure to pick up the multi-package discount at a huge savings today. So, which money-saving package should you choose? If you're absolutely serious about fully restoring your vision, I recommend buying at least 3 bottles. This will allow your body to fully restock all the much-needed eye nutrients and undo all those years of vision damage. But if you have had glasses for more than 3 years and want to get a hawk-like vision for many years to come without any expensive eye surgeries, you should consider taking advantage of our 6-bottle ultimate discount package to maximize savings. Even though Vista Clear is very powerful, honestly, there's no way for me to know how damaged are your eyes or how much your DNA was ravaged by the free radicals. So I strongly suggest you make the right investment for your eyes' health with confidence. To get started and begin your journey to finally have a 20/20 vision, make the correct choice and choose your package now. That's it. It's a one-time payment and you get everything today. And if you're a little skeptical that this can work for you, I completely understand. I mean, after all, you've been lied to and manipulated for your entire life, believing that corrective lenses are your only option. Because, of course, the $36 billion optometry industry will never tell you that there's a quick, easy, and natural way to improve your vision fast. Because nobody would ever need a pair of glasses again. So here's what I'm going to do. To prove to you that Vista Clear works and you have absolutely nothing to worry about, I'm going to give you a 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee. If you don't experience a dramatic improvement in your vision, or if you simply change your mind for any reason at all, then all you have to do is email me at the address provided in the members area, and I will refund your entire investment with no questions asked and no hard feelings. This is my ironclad promise. 100% money back refund, even if the container is completely empty. I mean, I can't say fairer than that, right? But a risk-free guarantee isn't all that you'll be getting, because I'm going to sweeten the deal even more. That's why I've set up something truly special. If you act right away and complete your order in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to give you a unique one-time offer. The Vista Clear Deluxe Package, the all-in-one kit for restoring your 20/20 vision and a healthy life. With the Deluxe Package, you will also receive the following exclusive fast action bonuses and benefits. The Crystal Relaxation Audio Series, which has a normal retail value of $97. These exclusive audio tracks have been scientifically proven to relax your mind and lower high ocular blood pressure. Developed by some of the top scientists in the world, these tracks work in synergy with Vista Clear, speeding up the beneficial effects it has. And one-day detox miracle guide, which has a normal retail value of $67. Good vision goes hand in hand with a healthy body, and no genuine treatment can fully proceed in a toxic body environment. One-day detox miracle guide can be used by anyone, and because it's so powerful and effective, you'll need to use this detox only once a month. What makes this cleansing guide special is that it works in 2 stages. First one is to flush out the toxins, like what most detoxes do. Except this one is designed to completely wipe out all heavy metals and 99% of all those hard to get rid of deadly toxins. The second phase, which is really valuable, provides the body with essential healthy nutrients, treating not only your eyes, but also your skin, hair, and internal organs. And you can do this protocol for under $15, all in an hour or less. Easy and effective. So just to quickly recap, for the small, one-time only investment that you see below, you will get instant access to your selected discounted package of Vista Clear, the Crystal Relaxation audio series, and the powerful one-day detox miracle guide worth over $164. That's a really unbeatable vision fix and life-changing offer. And don't forget, your order is fully protected by my 60-day money-back guarantee, which means there is absolutely no risk on your part at all. So make your choice and click on the Buy Now button below and start your journey towards a 20/20 vision in the next 90 seconds. Of course, you can always choose the basic package. Some people do so. But again, I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss on all the great benefits you will receive practically for free and at no extra risk if you act now. And go for the exclusive Vista Clear 3 or 6 bottle options, which also comes with the exclusive bonuses worth over $164 alone. I'm sure you will thank yourself later for doing the right thing. All you have to do is enter your payment details, place your order, and in a couple of days from this moment, you'll get Vista Clear delivered to your home. Also, you'll gain immediate access to all the free bonuses, which can be accessed right away from your computer, iPad, or smartphone. You can print, download, and listen to anything you want whenever you like. But click now. It's the only way to secure your package while supplies last. So right now, you have 2 options. Option 1, you can shut your eyes to everything you've just seen. Walk away and continue to waste your money on corrective lenses that can't, won't, and never will improve your eyesight. And you can accept the inevitable that the health of your eyes and your vision is going to deteriorate further, to the point where you're diagnosed with macular degeneration, cataracts, or even worse, you become clinically blind and it's just too late to do anything at all. And if you don't think anything like this will ever happen to you, I beg you to open your eyes. Every 5 seconds, someone in the world goes blind. That's a whopping 7 million people every year. And believe me, you're not immune. Even as you watch this presentation, your body and eyes are attacked by damaging environmental and dietary toxins, which are releasing destructive free radicals that wreak havoc on your eyesight. And let me tell you, no glasses prescription will ever protect you from that. Do you really want to play fast and loose with something as important as your eyesight for the sake of a few dollars? Do you really want to run the risk of blindness and become a burden to your family, or worse, and end up in a care home, frightened, alone, unable to enjoy even the simplest of pleasures? Let me ask you again. Do you really want to sit there and do nothing and continue to allow these poisonous free radicals to eat away at your eyesight until you can no longer see your children or grandchildren, or even your own face in the mirror? This is a frightening reality facing more and more Americans every year, and there's a high chance that it could become your reality too, if you decide just to carry on as you are. Or there's option 2, and let's face it, really, it's the only option you have. Right now, I'm giving you the chance to not only protect your eyesight for many years to come, but for the first time ever, you have the chance to effectively treat any damage that's already been caused to your eyes. Starting today, you can enjoy crystal clear 20/20 vision once again and save hundreds or even thousands of dollars on future eye care costs in the process. And you can do it all from the comfort of your own home with no additional stress or costs. Just imagine how that would feel. Imagine waking up each morning to find that your vision is getting clearer and sharper day by day. Being able to see the leaves on the trees or read a car number plate from 50 yards away. Imagine the added confidence you'll feel to be free from corrective lenses, to be able to read the tiniest of small print, or even enjoy a sunny day without forking out more money for prescription sunglasses. Imagine not having to worry anymore about your eyesight continually getting worse, or that you might soon lose your sight completely. Remember, your vision is one of the most important things you'll ever own. And right now, it's disappearing like a runaway train. This is your chance to put the brakes on before it's too late. Thanks to the pioneering and 100% natural protocol, my wife Lindsay has been saved from certain blindness. And so far, more than 50,000 Americans have easily and safely improved their eyesight in just a matter of days. And this is your chance to join them. But time is running out. This website has already been taken down multiple times, and there's only so long I can keep fighting a multi-billion-dollar industry. So I really urge you to take this opportunity while you still can, before this site disappears for good. So make the right decision now, both for yourself and your family. Choose your package below and put Vista Clear to the test, completely risk-free for the full 60 days. And finally, start seeing the world the way it was meant to be seen. This has been Jake Turner, and I look forward to hearing your success story very soon. Still here? No problem. If you're still a little unsure about everything you've just seen, I completely understand. Here are some of the most common ones that I get asked, which I hope will give you all the information that you need to make an informed decision. So the first question is, how does this supplement work? To quickly explain, Vista Clear contains a proprietary formula consisting of a group of essential vision antioxidants, minerals, vitamins, and herbs. This unique formula is designed to eliminate damaging free radicals from the eye and allow the retina, macula, lens, cornea, and optic nerve to function in their optimal state. This formula was inspired by an ancient Aboriginal recipe. For thousands of years, this recipe has been used by the Australian tribe members whose eyesight has been shown to be 4 times sharper than ours. Countless studies published in peer-reviewed medical journals have proven beyond any doubt that unlike the standard American diet, the crucial nutrients and vitamins in the Aboriginal diet protect their eyes from free radical damage, giving them this so-called super sight. The other question is, Jake, if this protocol is so good, why hasn't my optometrist told me about it? Well, as I explained a little earlier, it's not in the optometry industry's interest to publicize any of this research. I mean, after all, if people knew how to maintain and improve the health of their eyes through inexpensive and natural means, they wouldn't need new prescriptions, which would pretty much cripple the eye care industry overnight. Remember, their business model relies on your eyesight getting worse year after year. And thanks to continuous free radical damage, coupled with your eyes becoming dependent on corrective lenses, that's exactly what has been happening. See, the good news is that the protocol does the exact opposite. It treats and fights the damage to the retina and the macula, and then supports and improves the health of your eyes, including the lens, the cornea, and optic nerve, by giving them the essential nutrients and vitamins they need to function at their very best. Will this work for me? Yes, absolutely. I mean, of course, each individual case is different. As you know, my own wife, Lindsay, treated her severe case of near blindness in just a few weeks. And some people may take longer to respond to the protocol than others, depending on how damaged the optical nerve, retina, and DNA are damaged by free radicals. But if you stick with it, I guarantee you'll see dramatic improvements in your vision. As you've seen throughout this presentation, the protocol is proven to protect, support, and improve eye health and improve vision. Whether you're suffering from macular degeneration, cataracts, diabetic retinopathy, astigmatism, or even near or farsightedness. Plus, it has already worked for over 51,000 people. But if by chance it doesn't work for you, which is incredibly unlikely due to the huge amount of clinical data and case studies that says that it will, you're protected by my 60-day money-back guarantee. So really, you have nothing to lose. That is how confident I am in the quality and effectiveness of Vista Clear. Will my details be secure? Yes, I can assure you that they will be. Our ordering system benefits from the state-of-the-art encryption technology. So when you place your order with us, your information is 100% safe. So really, there is absolutely no need to worry. How long will Vista Clear be available for? I honestly don't know. I mean, of course, I want to keep this website running for as long as I can, but it's already been taken offline, and sadly, I just don't have the finances or the resources to keep fighting this battle forever. The optometry industry is a $36 billion market, and believe me, they're angry as hell that this video is online, because every minute it stays online, they're losing more and more customers. So I urge you to take this opportunity while you still can and order Vista Clear today before the presentation gets taken down for good. Go ahead, choose your package and click on the Buy Now button below and get started completely risk-free for a full 60 days.